Yeah, yeah. Ooh. Hold up, stand back, yeah. I just peeped you tryna steal my swag, yeah. I just peeped, I got these haters mad, yeah. Money on my mind, I'm tryna.
And now, your San Antonio Spurs.
It's home to the Alamo and the Spurs, San Antonio, Texas, as we bring you an interconference rivalry here at the AT&T Center. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for the Celtics, Smart and Brown outside on the wings. Then there's Irving. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's blocked by Brown. 3 on the clock. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
And that's so difficult. You just try to challenge Kawhi's shot, think you've timed it perfectly, but instead, it's an up fake. The passing of the torch in San Antonio is one of the more remarkable things about the NBA. And just as one superstar decides to retire, another one steps up and emerges as one of the best players in the league. That is Kawhi Leonard, becoming the franchise player.
Now, here is Irving. And the call will be against Tony Parker. That's his first foul.
Kind of a ticky-tack foul there, but you have to be aware that's how the refs are going to blow the whistle tonight.
McGee a screen. Irving passes to McGee. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
The point guard that has floor awareness has the advantage. This time it's Kyrie Irving's.
Leonard dishes to Parker. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Leonard. Right side Gasol. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
That's a talented guy getting too easy a look. Might have been a miscommunication on that one.
Well, just the first quarter, everyone's still getting adjusted. That said, on defense, you have to bring help sooner.
And Gasol sends it back. Smart. Tice. Back to McGee. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Irving can't hit.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Aldridge sets up the pick now for Green. Aldridge kicks to Green. Back to Aldridge. Just 5 on the clock. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
Well, I feel like he can make that one blindfolded. Aldridge, as usual, cashing in from mid-range.
Irving double team. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by McGee. Leonard kicks to Gasol. McGee with the block. Leonard against Brown. Poked away. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. And the Celtics with possession here. Trailing by 4. Pass to Smart. Irving drives in.
And 1 for 5 is a tough way to start the game, Kevin. They got to get it going.
Green passes to Leonard. Back to Green. Aldridge, no one around him. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Aldridge has got his second bucket.
Well, becoming more and more comfortable with the catch and shoot, Aldridge is now a threat every time they run that kind of play.
And Gasol sends it back. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Gasol a screen. Right side Aldridge. Leonard kicks to Gasol. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
And he's a hard guy to get around. Aldridge setting a sizable screen and knows the angle to spring open the teammate.
Left side Brown. And stolen by Aldridge. Leonard dishes to Gasol. Back to Leonard. Spurs passing it around. Right block shot. A putback. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Outside Irving. No good again that time.
Yeah, this is where you might elect to pass out of the slump rather than shoot out of it.
And with these new player tracking cameras, you see some very interesting numbers. There's one of the lowest teams in terms of pace and fast break points. And yet they're one of the top teams, Brent, in average speed and distance travel. How do you explain that?
Well, what they do, Kevin, is every time down the court, they set up their offense and they run through their options. And that can be very frustrating for anybody who's trying to defend it. They're waiting within a 24-second shot clock to have one or two defenders relax, get lazy, and as soon as they do, the Spurs take advantage of it.
It's rebounded by Aldridge.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
So Boston ends up going with a new group. Now here's Aldridge. 4 on the shot clock. Left block shot on the way, and it's good off the glass. Aldridge has got 6. Hayward outside. Over Green. Boston again missing.
And he completely threw the timing off on that jumper. That is how you D up.
Playing with tremendous aggressiveness without fouling. It's an excellent job.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And I'm loving what I'm seeing, the passion that they're playing with up and down the floor. This is the kind of guy that you wake up in a cold sweat the night before you play him. Just a matchup nightmare. Tricky, confident, and he takes on all comers.
Aldridge sets up the pick now for Leonard. Aldridge, the pass to Leonard. Goes up on the wing, and he hits the jump shot. He has 6.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Knocks it loose. Green kicks to Aldridge. Back to Green. Outside Aldridge. Green dishes to Gasol. Here's Leonard. They kick it out to Green. Leonard on the wing. Outside Green. Back to Leonard. A second chance effort. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a 3-point play.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Kawhi Leonard reminds you of the way that people talked about defensive backs that can lock down great receivers in football. So suffocating, takes elite scorers completely out of positions on the floor where they like to be effective.
Now here's Parker. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And the dunk by Aldridge.
I don't think LaMarcus is quite as explosive as his younger years, but still has the athleticism to get up above the rim.
Here's Hayward. And that time, also a missed shot. And with Kawhi defending you, Brent, I've heard you call it being marooned on the island of Kauai. What do you say, the Kauaian Islands?
That's right, Kevin. Stranded, if you were. I mean, it's so hard to do anything against Kawhi Leonard. Even simple things like making post-entry passes, it just feels like there's more than one of him on the floor.
Morris passes to Yabusele. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Aldridge. So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. 5 on the clock. Hayward goes in. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Laverne with the steal. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Good work there as it goes.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Got a piece of it.
Excellent anticipation from Laverne with the block. He constantly sends back shots with some velocity.
Gay against Morris. Gay kicks to Mills. Back to Gay. Now the feed to Laverne. Up and in on the layup.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And now the first timeout called here for Boston. Some defense are more bend and don't break. That being said, Brent, which coaches really push their guys to be aggressive on the defensive end?
I think Brad Stevens does an excellent job because he recognizes the potential in what he has in the backcourt, that he challenges those guys to get out on the perimeter, be as active as possible, getting hands in the passing lane. There's definitely an aggressive style and mentality for the Boston Celtics on that end of the floor.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way. While some are still speculating as to why Kyrie wanted out, the reality is, and it's this case with all great players, he feels like he's good enough to be the man on a team that can contend for a championship. And you might question how he went about it, but he's basically been a pro in his approach, and now he's got the chance.
Gay misses.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
McGee dishes to Brown. Back to McGee. Gay with the block.
You got to respect those long arms of Gay. I mean, superb at swatting shots away with those big hands.
Diaw, the screen. Gay kicks to Diaw. Back to Gay. The tray. The rebound by the Celtics. McGee's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Right side, Irving. And he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
Gets 1 to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts. And with all the talk about Kyrie coming to Boston, you still have to figure how he'll fit in to the team. Has this year and next left on his contract, player option after that. But with his scoring and shooting, should make this offense even more potent.
And here's Irving. Manu Ginobili getting his 3 to go. And that one is good.
How about the craftiness from Kyrie on the inside? Knows how to get to the spot in the paint and then find just enough daylight to score.
Mills passes to Diaw. Dishes it to Laverne. Back to Diaw. From deep. And no good. And so it's San Antonio with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We'll get right back to the action when we return. We caught up with Kyrie Irving earlier, and he talked a little bit about...
We expect so much out of each other.
Kyrie reminding us that it's not just the expectations of the fans and the media, but also, perhaps the most demanding of all, are the expectations they've got for each other.
Oh yeah. They're constantly trying to manage expectations while still demanding the best from one another. And I got to tell you, it's fun to watch.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And a comfortable margin for the Spurs here, guys.
Aggressive defense in that first period. They forced several miscues.
You just start to wonder, how did we get to this score at the end of 1? I think those steals really established momentum in their favor.
On the floor for Boston. Smart and Brown outside on the wings. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Kyrie Irving from 11 feet away. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
Trying to cut into this lead. Bad time for a miscue.
Yeah, they may have some ants in the pants right here. You just have to take what the defense gives you.
Marcus Morris is checked in for Boston. Larkin comes in for Marcus Smart. To the right side. And here is Diaw. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
Yeah, just misjudged the layup. Defense has to be better. Very fortunate there.
Outside Irving. Larkin dishes to Irving. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
And the Celtics trade for Kyrie Irving sending shockwaves back in August. Never before had a pair of 25-point-per-game scorers swap teams in the offseason. That's what you call a blockbuster.
And Mills kicks to Laverne. Comes up empty down low. Celtics trail by 17. Outside Irving. Morris. Great positioning on the putback.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Mills with it. Kicks to Gay. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Larkin. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Yeah, bad shot there. The trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yep, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
Now here's Gay. And here's Mills from the arc. Morris with the rebound.
And no doubt Irving and IT, both elite offensive weapons. But Irving, 6 inches taller, perhaps more defensive upside, and 3 years younger. The Celtics feel he fits their timeline. Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
Laverne passes to Diaw. Makes it off the glass. Diaw's got his first bucket of the night.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Irving. Second shot opportunity. Here's Morris. Accurate with the jumper from the elbow. Morris has got 4 points this quarter.
This is where Morris can kill you. He's pretty much claimed that in-between game.
Mills dishes to Ginobili. Back to Mills. Down low. And there's Ginobili. That's good on the assist by Mills. Ginobili's got 5 points so far.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
McGee sets the pick for Irving. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
Yeah, that's just not a good pass. I don't know what he's thinking there. A poor decision.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Parker outside. He feeds it to Aldridge. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 12 points for him.
A super high percentage shot from Aldridge there. Layups work.
Passes it to Yabusele. Feeds it to Hayward. Morris kicks to Hayward. Rebounded by the Spurs. Gasol's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Leonard. Here's Green. He dishes it to Gasol. And there's a whistle. That goes on Terry Rozier. That's his first foul. Boston making a switch here. Baines is checked in. Parker kicks to Leonard. The dish to Aldridge. Over in the corner, Green. 6 on the shot clock. From 13, and it's San Antonio with another.
I love the pace he's playing with, letting his offense come to him naturally and then building upon this lead for his team.
Out of bounds, Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession.
Celtics playing with lots of energy here, trying to cause turnovers.
Yeah, even though he doesn't come up with the steal, that kind of deflection will disrupt the rhythm of this offensive possession.
And Horford wide open. He shoots. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And no excuse for him not drilling that one there. The defense was nowhere to be found. Maybe could have taken a little more time.
Outside, Green. Screen by Parker. Fires the three. A rebound by the Celtics.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And the foul called on Danny Green. That's his first foul. Hayward goes in. Boston again missing. San Antonio leading by 19. Now Parker, quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Shot clock at 6. Back to Green. Off the pick. Here's Aldridge. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. 16 points for LaMarcus Aldridge.
Coach Greg Popovich last season passed Jerry Sloan for the most wins with a single team. Of course, Jerry Sloan with the Utah Jazz. You might not know this, but the Spurs modeled themselves very much after the Utah Jazz system behind Stockton, Malone, and Sloan staying there for the amount of time that he did. That role model of consistency and sustained success and accountability has certainly worked in this small market in San Antonio.
Now here's Parker. He kicks to Aldridge. Here's Rozier, and there's the pass to Horford. Gasol with the steal. Here's Leonard. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Oh, great ball movement there.
So Boston ends up going with a new group. The Spurs have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
Well, the Spurs system hasn't changed through the years, but certainly some things being more emphasized than others. You had the post attack, certainly with Tim Duncan and David Robinson, and then it shifted to the drive and kick style with Manu and Tony Parker. And now they're back to playing the mid-range game with Kawhi Leonard and LaMarcus Aldridge.
And in the past, there's been a distaste for isolation basketball in the Spurs organization. But we're seeing more iso ball running through Kawhi and Aldridge.
Well, they do a great job of passing out of the post, and mainly that's the reason why they use it. Force teams to come down as the ball gets closer to the rim and commit several defenders, and then the spacing takes over on the weak side. So they still utilize a pass-first style, and the isolation kind of sets up opportunities on the weak side.
San Antonio shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
And he knocks down the first one. So, Brent, certain players are known for getting into people's heads. Who is a guy you played against that really challenged your mental toughness?
I'll give you 2 examples, Kevin. As an opponent, I would tell you that Vernon Maxwell was one of the less cerebral and more in-your-face aggressive players that I ever faced as an opponent. But on the flip side of that, Kevin, there were guys I played with that sometimes would challenge you mentally. In particular, one Gary Payton in Seattle. Always interesting to see how he approached the game, and sometimes even his own teammates.
But you always welcome the challenge, I'm sure.
Well, I take it head on. I mean, that's what guys do. They're paid to compete.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Manu Ginobili on the wing. Back to Leonard. Takes the 3. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
So money on the catch and shoot. I don't know what the defense is doing there, giving Kawhi that shot.
Outside Irving. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. This will make 5 trips now to the free throw line for him tonight.
And he has been really good here at the free throw line in the first half.
Well, Kyrie Irving is so difficult to guard, so quick-footed and so crafty with the basketball that he can get you off balance and score on you. Or if you're on your heels, he'll drive right by you.
Rudy Gay's checked in for San Antonio. Murray comes in for Patty Mills. Now, here's Diaz. Just 5 to shoot. Ginobili the pass to Diaz. Kicks it out to Ginobili. And it's off from three-point range.
I think what I'd like to see from him in this quarter is getting going from the perimeter. Hit a three in the first, nothing in the second.
From 12 feet out. That shot off. Now San Antonio takes it the other way.
Right now he's just out of sync. A lot of shots rimming out, and he's got to try to find something different.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and two shots coming up.
And the Celtics leadership, very pragmatic. IT and Crowder both beloved in Boston, but they didn't hesitate to move them to get better and younger at the same time.
Now here's Hayward. And the shot goes in. Hayward's got 5 points so far.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Murray, good.
Beautiful timing, execution, great move to the rack.
Boston shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. Here's Hayward, and Hayward with the stuff.
Wow, look at how quick he flashes to the rim there for the finish.
There's 48 seconds left to play here in the half. Al Horford with the rebound.
Yeah, defense timed that out perfectly. Love the aggressiveness, and then they changed the shot's direction.
Yabusele passes to Rozier. There's the feed to Hayward. Hayward is double. Pass to Rozier. Hayward goes in. Misses the layup.
Wonderful defense, staying active around the rim and then really putting the shooter in a tough spot.
Diaw dishes to Ginobili. Here's Gay, and Rudy Gay with the slam.
You gotta love watching Gay just soar through the air. An amazing dunker who just relishes these opportunities.
Here's Horford, and it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny the Jet Smith. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 16 points and 4 rebounds. He struggled in their last game, but he's not having any problems tonight. Really good first half for him. He was right on the mark. That's it for now as the second.
And back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game. Boris Diaw is out there with Laverne. Then there's Rudy Gay. Then there's Ginobili. And it's Murray in at the point. That's the San Antonio 5. Ginobili, that's for 2. Murray kicks to Ginobili. Over Smart. Ginobili can't hit.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
Pass to McGee. Banked in off the glass. McGee's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Celtics. Murray, the pass to Gay. Back to Laverne. That's tipped. Outside Irving. Good work there as it goes. Irving's got 22 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defense now, especially on the interior.
Now here's Murray, covered by Irving. Dishes it to Diaw. 6 to shoot. Brown against Gay. That falls. Nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili. Ginobili's got his 4th assist in this one. Irving double team to the inside. Tice kicks it to McGee. On the wing, Irving. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And you might have thought that with the big three retiring and getting older, the San Antonio Spurs might need to think about rebuilding. But the emergence of one Kawhi Leonard as a superstar in the league on both ends of the floor has extended this team's dominance.
Diaw, the screen. Here's Murray. He feeds it to Diaw. Gay outside. Back to Diaw. Irving attacking. Got a piece of it. And he gets it back. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Goes up again. That doesn't go in either for Irving. And Tim Duncan retired, as we know, but Kawhi Leonard carrying on that culture of no frills, rent work, and dedication to the game.
Well, there's no better standard bearer than what Kawhi Leonard has represented, but it's been built on the shoulders of Tim Duncan and David Robinson before him. Spurs continue to go about their business, respecting the game and getting the most out of the ability of the players on the floor.
Spurs leading by 19 points. Passes it to Murray. Gay against Brown. Gay outside. Here's Diaw. Ray, you played for 6 different teams. What does it feel like to have to go in and prove yourself to a whole new group of teammates and coaches, a new fan base, all of it?
I think those situations can all change dramatically, Kevin. If you're in the league for 5 or 6 years, there's a good understanding that you're there for a reason. You're just shifting addresses and cities at that point, and I think guys have an understanding and respect for what you bring to the table because they know your game will travel.
2 shots, gentlemen.
And how unique is this situation for the Celtics? I mean, one of the best teams in the league, and yet at the same time still drafting top picks. You know, the after effects of a trade with the Nets that quite honestly will go down as one of the league's all-time heights.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Nobody near Gay. Sinks the triple. Gay's got 7 points in the game.
In overtime, Gay has gotten better from beyond that arc. I love seeing him shoot the ball with confidence from deep.
And the basket by Horford. And as the Nets struggle to rebuild without their draft picks, Greg, their losses have been Boston's gain.
Yeah, the rich get richer. I mean, meanwhile, the Celtics sign all-star caliber veterans like Al Horford and Gordon Hayward on the open market. And it's just rare for a team to have the best record in the conference and land the #1 overall pick.
It's stolen by Morris. And a fast break now for the Celtics. It's deflected. And now here comes Gay leading the break. The shot comes out. Good work defensively by Morris. Celtics trail by 19. Hayward left side. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and the layup is up and in. 9 points in the game so far.
And as a wing player, Hayward's just so good at attacking the basket. I think that's a big part of what makes him special. Doesn't take much of an opening for Hayward to make his move.
Here's Murray, and the layup's good off the glass. Murray's got his second bucket of the night. The Celtics have gone somewhat so far, 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Is it to Morris? And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Horford.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Spurs leading by 19 points. Here's Leonard, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul goes against Boston.
With those long arms and with the high release point, Leonard is practically daring you to foul him. How about the Spurs clinching their 20th straight playoff appearance last season? An amazing run, more than twice as long as the next active streak, and the longest streak in the league was the Sixers from 1950 to 1971. I think the Spurs are going to get past them.
Rozier kicks to Hayward. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Now here's Leonard. He's got 18. Three-pointer. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And Greg Popovich tied for the longest streak of consecutive playoff appearances by a head coach.
Well, how about 18 straight 50-win seasons for Pop? Just a remarkable run of tremendous success where you could look at maybe 5 or 6 other opportunities where the San Antonio Spurs could have won another NBA title. You realize young DeJounte Murray was still in diapers the last time that they won less.
Gasol dishes to Leonard. Back to Gasol. Takes the 13-footer over Horford. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And you have to love the fire and energy there. Kawhi makes an impact even when his number isn't called. Look at his reaction to the play.
Rozier the pass to Horford. Gasol with the steal. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. Drops in the breakaway layup. Green's got 5 now.
There's your run out. Great individual play.
Yeah, beats the transition defense up the floor, and then the easy finish. Boy, those feel good. Well, fantastic awareness, finishing with ease at the rim, and the defense was just not a factor.
Leonard kicks to Aldridge. Green the screen. 6 to shoot. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
With Gasol's length, sometimes, Kevin, that can be deceptively quick when you extend out there. The D can't do anything about that catch-and-shoot jumper.
And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Boston.
Aaron Baines.
Hayward outside. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And Gordon Hayward has increased his scoring average every season he's been in the league. And couple that last year also a career high in offensive efficiency. The guy is just a budding superstar.
Parker kicks to Gasol. And he makes that one. Gasol's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Hayward kicks to Morris. Back to Hayward. Over Green, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half. And you look back to that Big 3 era in Boston. You know, the Celtics have not been shy about aggressively trading to reshape this roster. You know, they've made a rapid rebuild that's really the envy of a lot of teams around our league.
Mills, he's checked in for Green. And as aggressive as the Celtics have been, Greg, they've also shown patience, haven't they?
Yeah, and in some ways, maybe a victim of their own success. You come out on the winning end of your trades time and again. Other GMs don't want to look bad. They get hesitant, possibly, and don't want to add their name to that list.
Manu Ginobili's checked in for the Spurs. Leonard kicks to Aldridge. Spurs working the ball around now. 5 to shoot. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Here's Ginobili. That one a little long.
And still looking for a shot. Somehow they're winning. They'd like to get him going.
Here's Hayward, and he banks in the layup. Hayward's got 19 points.
Tough to fault him for the struggles of the team so far. He has been solid. It's the rest of the guys that need to come along for the ride.
Parker dishes to Leonard. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got 5 rebounds tonight. Hayward passes to Rozier. Back to Hayward. Picked by Horford. Hayward kicks to Rozier. Rejected by Gasol.
Gasol did not stop moving his hands there, especially as the shot was going up. Always going to be right there to send anything back if it's close.
He really takes off, just never looks back.
Yeah, by the time anyone even thinks of chasing him, he's gone.
Hayward can hit. And so it's San Antonio holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We come back right after this. A chance now to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team just moments ago.
Nobody holds the ball, not even thousands.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Now a timeout called by Boston.
Yeah, his shot is just not there tonight, guys. And instead of trying to shoot himself out of the slump, maybe he needs to start moving the ball around and creating for his teammates.
Spurs leading by 18. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. We've got Brown. JaVale McGee is out there with Horford. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Hayward in at the 2. And here's Mills from the arc. Rebounded by the Celtics. McGee's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Parker against Irving. And stolen by Aldridge. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Celtics trail by 18. Irving attacking, and Gasol sends it back. And here is Parker. Gasol, a screen on Irving. Here's Parker. He dishes it to Gasol. Here's Aldridge. Here's Leonard, down to 5 on the shot clock. Offensive rebound. Aldridge, the pass to Mills. Here's the dish to Parker. He kicks it to Gasol. Tries again. It's Parker with the drive. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Parker.
Yeah, this is where you have to sharpen up your passing. That's a careless turnover.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. On the wing, Irving. Back to Hayward. And he makes the bucket through contact and gets the whistle too.
Well, no defender is going to have a shot against that kind of play. He's just too tall to stop that close to the rim.
And he's made more of an effort here to put pressure